again. Yesterday and today have actually been a little interesting, a little different than usual. For example, I didn't have my usual driving lessons on Wednesday, so I took that time to fill out a bunch of job applications. Within a few hours of filling out one, I received a call. That was pretty amazing. I really hope that it goes somewhere. Today I took all the paper applications that I filled out and brought them back to stores. I'd say I actually have a pretty good chance of getting something right now, being the temporary season and all that. What I didn't expect was to run into a band of army recruiters. Before I go on, I'd like to make a statement. I support the military, I support the fighting men and women that are in it. I think they're doing great service to our country and all that. I applaud their bravery. Right, now that that's been said, I've kind of always thought of the military as a dead-end job. That was horrible. I'm sorry. The point is, I'd only given it thought in some extreme cases and points in my life. I never actually really sat down with my parents or anyone and said, I'm thinking of joining the military. But I was talking it over with these guys, and they were pretty nice. They actually gave a moderately fair representation of the military, although it was biased in favor. I have to give props to the recruiter because he did tell me that it was dangerous. He didn't lie to me about that. Oh, we'll pay for all of college, and we'll pay for your house, and that you get medical plans for life and all that, you know. And it seems like a pretty good deal, if you live. So, here's what I think I'm going to do about all that. I am going to look into it. I'm going to ask a few more questions, and I'm probably just going to tell the guy, you know, look, I think the military is a very valid option. There are good benefits for it. I don't think I'm at a point in my life where I need to go that route. I think I can get along fine in the civilian sector. But to be honest, I am beginning to worry a bit. And hopefully, with that explanation, he'll understand that, but if I have to, if I really think that there's nothing out there job-wise, I'll go for it. But really, I do think I have a pretty good chance of getting some kind of temporary job right now. And as I said before, it's a stepping stone. I've been looking into some current video game news, as I usually do, and a couple of things have really popped out at me. First off, Duke Nukem Forever finally has a release date. And there was a playable demo for people who went to the Penny Arcade Expo. Now, I wasn't a big fan of Duke Nukem 3D. It felt like Doom, but very juvenile. It was like they just tried to cram as much blood and gore and sex into it as possible. So that's why I'm not interested in it. But the fact that the game has had such negative connotations towards it, you know, everyone making fun of it all the time, and now it's finally coming out, I do kind of want to see what happened, if they actually put any effort into it. The other thing that came out pretty recently was Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, which is the newest Kingdom Hearts installment on the PSP. I still haven't beaten the first Kingdom Hearts game. I've beaten the second. I've played a bit of Chain of Memories. I own the one on the DS, which I could never pronounce the name of, so I just always call it Kingdom Hearts Improper Fraction. And now if I want to complete the entire series, I have to go out and buy a PSP now. You know, it's kind of funny. Why do I want to play the series? I mean, it's about Disney characters. I mean, that was kind of the criticism that it got when it first came out, though. And it managed to disprove any beliefs that it was a kid's game. I guess for anything ever made by Disney, it's got a pretty deep story, and the gameplay is difficult and fun. And I kind of have this thing for RPGs that tend to be different from the rest of the crowd. I mean, for example, I can't really stand or touch many Final Fantasy games because it's just, you know, fighting with menus. But action RPGs like The World Ends With You, MMOs interest me because they're live action and you're with a large group of people. I've been interested in the Shadowheart series, for example, because it takes more than just being able to press directional buttons and select things. So I guess it has all the factors of being a fun game that I like, but I'm kind of trying to avoid playing it right now. The last guy I beat was Riku, and he's ridiculous, but fair. I will say that, he's fair. Either way, I haven't been wanting to touch it for a while, but I guess now I have to, because there's another game in the series I have to play. Anyway, I guess this is where I get off. I will see you next time on Mecha Vlog.